Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I want to talk about the audition process. So I decided that I wanted to apply for the Bachelor of Music at Macquarie University here in Sydney, Australia. I just wanted to make this video to talk about what the process was and what I had to do for the audition. The audition that I did, I had to do 2 pieces of music. So if it's either sung or played on an instrument, and they had to be as contrasting as possible. I tried, but I kind of ended doing both songs within the R&B range, but I tried to one was very soft spoken and the other one was belting out as much as possible. Okay, so the audition was 30-40 minutes long. And I ended up singing 2 songs. I didn't play the piano for these songs because I'm still a beginner on piano at this point and I didn't want to complicate it for myself, so I just ended up singing both songs. I sang Empire State of Mind by Alicia Keys and Lost Boy by Ruth B. After the singing, we had a short 10-15 minute interview. It wasn't really an interview, but they just asked me about my musical background and musical knowledge and what I had studied, what if I had any musical experience. And I was very honest. So within those 15 minutes that they were asking me all these questions, I was very honest with them. And I told them that I did not have any certification for singing or any musical instruments. I started singing in a choir when I was quite young, and I sang for I don't know, I think it was around 10 years that I was singing in a choir or so. And then after that, when I moved here to Australia, I didn't really continue singing anywhere. And I told them that I think it was around 2019 that I started taking piano lessons and vocal lessons again, but then the pandemic happened, so I stopped for a while. It was a lot of questions on why I wanted to study the Bachelor of Music at the particular university that I applied for, and I told them that the pathways that they take for the Bachelor of Music are they give you a lot of options. So because I didn't have any certification, I was able to apply through the audition phase. So the audition was not mandatory to apply for the Bachelor of Music, but I decided to go for the audition because I didn't have any other musical experience in regards to certificates. So I felt that by showing them that I can at least sing to a certain extent, I was hoping that that would be acceptable and good enough for me to be accepted into the course. After the 10-15 minute interview, it was just a written component, and they pretty much asked me the same, it was just the same thing that I had put in my application form and the same thing that I had just told them in the interview itself. And it was pretty much saying just write a small paragraph on why you want to take the Bachelor of Music and why you have chosen Macquarie University. And that was it. That was the whole 30-minute audition form. Was there anything involved prior to the audition? I just had to fill out a form that had your name and your surname and all your details. And they asked if you had any certification in if you played an instrument, if you were certified to a certain level, or if you had taken any classes, or if you had songwriting experience. They just wanted you to list all your musical background and your educational background as well. And the same, the last question on the form itself was, why have you decided to apply for the Bachelor of Music at Macquarie University? So that's the only thing that I had to do before to sign up for the audition. And they pretty much emailed me, I think a week or 2 weeks after I submitted my form, and they offered me an audition midweek. I think it was Wednesday. I got lost at the university because it was so big and I had never been to the campus before, but once I got there, it was quite good. They tried to make me feel as comfortable as possible, and it was 3 guys, so it's 3 of the professors that teach the Bachelor of Music, like different parts of the Bachelor of Music, obviously. Yeah, and it was in a small theatre. I don't know, like for me it still felt quite nervous, obviously, but they did try and make me feel like welcome as much as possible, and they just got me talking on like, how are you, how's your day been, and how'd you get here, how'd you find the campus and all that stuff before I started singing. So it wasn't I got there and they were cold and I just started singing straight away. So we had that initial contact that made me feel a little bit more comfortable with the situation. And straight away they told me, like, I know you're nervous, so if there's anything that we can do to help you not feel as nervous, let us know. And there wasn't any, like, it wasn't like, the stage wasn't like on a higher platform like you usually see stages. It was just flat, and the table where they were sitting at, it was on the same level as where I was singing, so that made it feel more cozy in a way. Yep, what I took with me was my backing tracks, so I had them as MP3 versions on my hard drive, and they just plugged in the hard drive in the computer and they just played my backing tracks and I started singing. They were taking notes while I was singing. I was trying to make eye contact with all 3 of them, but 2 of them practically never looked at me and they were just writing the whole time, and the guy in the middle never looked down at his paper while I was singing. So he was constantly looking at me, and I tried to look like straight at him as much as possible and smile, but the longer I like stared at him and smiled, like the more nervous I was getting. And I could feel like this weird twitch that I get in like my shoulder when I start getting nervous. So I was looking at him for a few seconds, then I'd look just above his head, so at least like I'm not looking everywhere else, but I'm looking straight at them. For me, it was worth doing the interview, because as I said, when you apply for the Bachelor of Music, they ask for all this prior certification and prior knowledge, and I didn't have that. So I found that the best option for me would be to go through the audition. And I feel like I did okay for the most part. I finished both songs. I didn't forget the words, which was a big relief, because that was one of my scares that I would forget the lyrics of the song while I was singing. But I managed to finish both songs, and for the most part it was okay. My voice didn't crack, which was really good. And I did do like a lot of warm-ups when I was waiting outside before they told me to go in, so that helped a lot, and a lot of deep breaths to calm myself down and make sure that I'm not too nervous before I go in. But all in all, I thought it was a good experience. So that was the whole audition. I filled out a form beforehand. I emailed it to the personnel, to the email they had on the website. After a few weeks, they contacted me and told me if I want the audition, this is the time and the place. I went there. The audition was half an hour in total, sang 2 songs. There was no surprises. I had an extra backing track with me just in case. They asked me on the spot to do like one off the top of my head. So I had an extra one sitting there, and I had like an extra song in my head that I had practiced if they wanted to do it without the music as well. And that's all it was. It was 30 minutes, 2 songs, 15 minutes interview, and then 5 minutes written component. After that, when the official applications for the Bachelor of Music opened, I applied for it. But that is all that I wanted to say in this video. I just wanted to make a short video on what I had to do for the audition and how everything went. I hope this helps you if you are looking to apply for the Bachelor of Music in your country and you want to do an audition. This will give you like a rough idea of what the audition might entail. All the information for the audition for my university was on the website. I hope you liked this video, and if you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more videos to come. Thank you for watching. Bye.